HarperCollins presents Big Mouth, written and read by Vogue Williams. Let's go. Big Mouth is the perfect name for my book. As much as I would like to be known for my amazing brain, I believe I'm truly known for the size of my gob. I also love all things that are done orally, eating, talking, and a few other bits I'd rather keep private. Fuck it. I'll tell you, I enjoy catching food that people throw out my mouth because it's as big as a goal and they never miss. My mouth is my medium and I'd be lost without it and all it does for me. But it has often gotten me into trouble, mainly during my school days. Back then, it was a mammoth task to try to get me to shut up. Thinking back, I must have really pissed my teachers off. I know, I would have found me annoying back in the day. When I try to explain to people what this book is about, I find myself too embarrassed to say autobiography because I don't feel like it is that kind of book. To me, it's a collection of stories, a lot of which include me. In general, I don't read a lot of autobiographies. The only ones I read are usually written by comedians. The honesty that spills out of them is amazing and they're funny, which I like in a book. I've tried to do that here. Be very honest, poke some fun at myself and go off on a few tangents. I'm like that in real life, so why not in a book? Nobody's more shocked than me that I'm sitting here reading a collection of stories from my life. There's a lot of things I hope to achieve, but up till now, I'd never considered writing a book with me as a central character because I don't know how much more of me people can take. While I don't have the nerve to think anyone would give a shite about what I have to say, at the same time, I did want to write a book that would make people laugh, teach them a little more about me if they're interested, and share some of the few things I've learned from life. Like everyone else, I make mistakes. Lots of them. And I like to repeat those mistakes over and over again until at some point I start to understand and maybe learn a little from them. Mistakes are a very important part of life. We all make them, so we need to embrace them and never be ashamed of them. Well, maybe still a bit ashamed in private. It all depends on how shocking your fuck-up was. Some people think they know a lot about me from social media, but you only really get a little part of what somebody is like from their socials, as it's what they choose to put up. It's a part of their lives that's curated. For instance, I don't like to show anything negative, particularly when it comes to my kids. I don't want to put up anything online that might embarrass them, like them throwing a wobbler, because it's not fair. Also, my life is too loud for Instagram. If you came to my house, you would probably leave pretty quickly. For me, Instagram is a mixture of fun and work, and although it lands more on the side of work these days, it's a great place to be able to create good content. Social media wasn't around when I was growing up, for which I'm forever grateful, because my mother couldn't have handled the amount of cancellations that would have come my way. There tends to be hatred towards posting ad content on Instagram, but at the end of the day, people have every right to make a living off it. It's their job. I hold no ill will towards them because I am one of them. I remember when I hit 10,000 Instagram followers thinking, this is insane. The whole thing is so odd when you think about it, wanting to see what people are doing and then endlessly comparing ourselves to them, aspiring to these distorted realities. While my Instagram feed is full of all the fun things that I do, in reality, I'm part of the dull club. The club for people who find being interesting a burden. I read an article about this and it really resonated with me because I think my idea of fun is very different to other people's. In fact, my life could be classed as boring, which suits me fine. You might assume from the content I share on my Instagram that I live a very busy, interesting life, which at times I do, but mostly it's very chilled and family oriented. This is where I feel at my most comfortable. That's not to say my life is completely normal. I think we're all a little bit or a lot weird, but spend most of our time trying to put the crazy on ice and hide the mad thoughts that constantly run through our minds. Well, that's what I do anyway. In this book, I intend to defrost my crazy quite a bit. After reading all about it, you might well end up thinking, you're a lot more normal than I am. It's rare that you'll ever catch me doing just one thing because I'm incapable of focusing on a single task. I try to make a real effort when I'm out and about to not always have something in my ears. When I was in New York doing a podcast show, I forced myself to leave my AirPods at the hotel because A, I didn't want to be hit by traffic, and B, I wanted to be able to enjoy my surroundings instead of hearing Dr. Dre rapping about his nuts. I'd love to spend a bit of time in someone else's brain because I do think...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?